Welcome to YouTube Center. And welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been well. I hope you've been doing great. And thank you for joining us today. Just a quick one. If you have not been part of our YouTube Center, please subscribe to the channel so that you can be a part of the family, a part of the YouTube Center. Otherwise, if you are a returning subscriber, I would like to welcome you with warm hands. Otherwise, I hope you guys will enjoy the video for today. If you do, please do not forget to share it with the others and comment and engage with the content, as well as like the video. So today I'm doing I'm doing something a little bit out of my comfort zone, which is talking about side hustles. And I feel like a lot of people have talked about this, and they've mentioned about what side hustles are and how to get yourself started with that. And I want to share a bit of my own personal experience, as well as the stuff that I'm doing to currently bring extra income and keep myself busy at the same time. So yeah, I thought, well, you know what, let me actually just share with you. Maybe you will relate better because you know me. And I will talk maybe in simpler terms that you understand and you personally understand, and yeah, so I just hope that you will relate to what I'm saying today. So as I mentioned before in my previous video, I think when I talked about the business that we own, which is a photography business, Sergio Moments, I mentioned that for a while, which was years, I struggled to call it a business, because I knew that once I start referring to it as a business, there would be business expectations, there would be ways of behaving that would suddenly be expected of me, and that I wouldn't just do just because. And there would be like spreadsheets, invoices, quotations, all done in a professional manner, which meant that more time spent on the business itself, which is something I think that I wasn't ready to commit to until I was obviously convicted by God to start looking at it from a perspective of it being a business and honoring that. And yeah, so that was the beginning of it for me. And so now what basically happened is that I've been looking at what is it that I want to continue doing with the business. Where do I want to, like, what is the bigger picture? Where do I want to see Sergio Moments at? And I remember the conversation that my husband and I had way before we even considered Sergio Moments as a business, while we were still toying with the idea. And he spoke about how one day he would like to own a tech shop. Like basically like a one-stop shop where you get all your technical gear, all your technical accessories and everything with tech, because that is his interest, that is his speciality, that is his hobby. And so he would want to one day make it a business, and that's where the photography business was born. So I had to go back to that in terms of thinking professionally, and in terms of photography world, how do I make Sergio Moments a one-stop shop? And I've come up with ideas, and some of those ideas I've implemented. For an example, now when you come to us, you have the option of using our own in-house makeup artist. You don't have to bring your own makeup artist, and we charge you just a little bit of an extra fee that will be included on the total package that you choose. And there's other things that I can't reveal right now that I've started adding on the business, but I just thought, let me give you that one example. And by God's grace, again, this idea of adding an in-house makeup artist meant that my sister, who I have been nagging, who is exceptionally good with makeup and makeup skills. She usually does my makeup once in a while, and also her makeup is always like she's tried to teach me, but guys, when it comes to this other creative stuff, but I'm so not good at it. So I've been like nagging her to start her own makeup business, become an official makeup artist and actually make money out of it. But I think there was a lack of confidence in her skill and some other things that she may have been doubting herself. And so when I gave her the platform of joining in an already established business, an already established clientele where we know that people are coming to us, and so what we're only just needing now is a makeup artist. So she came right on board and she was so excited. And I'm not lying when I tell you that she has, I think, her November as well as December are fully booked, because she took the step and she took the leap of faith of trusting in her skill, believing in the work that she does. And she had an advantage where she already had a platform, which is our photography business. So I make a little bit of I make a little bit of extra money from her makeup sessions, because I get a percentage. That's one way. That's one way that I'm making money. So by charging her. Oh, I was thinking, how do I sort of talk to you guys about this specifically? And one idea that came up was, what is it that you're good at? What savers are you currently offering to people, and you're doing it for free? Are you a makeup artist? Are you very good at doing nail technician stuff or spa treatments? What is it that you know you are good at? What are some of the compliments that you get from people, that you are so good at this? Oh my gosh, you're such a good whatnot, you're such a good whatnot, and you know that you also have a skill in it. And so I just thought, why not turn that into a business? If you have like a following on Facebook and on Instagram, why not start approaching brands and tell them about the audience that you have, the influencing work that you could possibly do for that particular brand, and sort of market yourself in a way that sees that the business will see, or the brand will see, value in investing in you, in hiring your services, and actually paying you to do the work of influencing work. I know a lot of people try and shy away from doing influencing work and whatnot, but you could pick and choose who you work with, how you work with them, and what sort of services or projects do you choose to work with, and what are you comfortable in and confident in, and start going towards that. Another thing that I thought of is that, do you have a good eye for fashion? Are you always dressed up? Are you one of those people who believe that every day is a fashion day, basically, that the world is your stage? If you are one of those people, there's currently people like myself who don't always know what clothes to wear, or how to match clothes, or what goes well with what. You could start a business by being a consultant in that sphere, and I mean, like, you could make money out of that. And one thing that I've actually realized during the lockdown period, or during this pandemic, is that people are lazy sometimes, and I'm part of those people sometimes who get lazy to do things, and I pay people to do them for me. And so I have started doing little things that people are usually either don't have time to do, or basically are like, I'm lazy to learn that skill, or they don't have the necessary resources to teach themselves on how to do those things. And you could do it for them, and you charge them at a price. And you would think that you have to thumbsuck all of these prices. But if you go on Pinterest, you go on Google, you Google whatever skill you want to start charging people for, you realize that there's already people charging people for that specific thing, while you have been doing it for free. And so a lot of not an idea, like a conviction that has been in my head is that, what is it that you have I see in your hands, and how do you then approach God to multiply it for you? Because at your request, he shall multiply it for you. And so I have been convicted to do that. And as I mentioned in my previous video, that when Unande told me that God will not bless the thoughts of your mind, but the work of your hands. So I've been very intentional. What is it that I have? What work can I do with my own hands that will start to generate me income? And guys, there's a million ideas that I could give. You could start proofreading things, thesis, essays, or work for blog posts, where if you know that you're very good at writing, you could start blogging, you could start writing for these magazines, and they pay you a fee for you to do that. And guys, please do not sleep on the digital space. As the pandemic has taught us that our physical jobs sometimes can be easily taken away from us. And so if you're not in the digital space, in the digital platform, you are losing out. And so everything that you do, try and make sure that you make it available for everyone to access in the digital space. And so websites, blog posts, YouTube channels, and Facebook and Instagram, these are opportunities that have been made available for us to take advantage of. And so I think this is a call to action from my side to say, do not sleep on your skills, do not sleep on the work that you could possibly be doing. And there's people, I just thought of a friend of mine who has an amazing understanding of financial literacy, who has amazing understanding of how people can start saving, investing, and how do you use your money in ways that you make sure that it brings back money. So people like those could do consultation work. We don't have to go to places that offer financial advice. You could start yourself and financially advise people to do the right thing. And so what do you want to do? What are you good at? And what is stopping you from making that into a business? What is stopping you from creating ideas that will generate you income? Because guys, even before the pandemic, we already know that we can no longer survive on one salary. So we have to be proactive in making sure that we create spaces, we create business ideas that generate us income. So I've been at home since in fact this whole year, and this whole year I have tried by all means to use my skills in ways and manners that will bring me money at the end of the day. And so I think at the same time I'm recording this video as a call to action for myself to say, Asi, keep thinking, keep playing around and testing the waters surrounding your skill. What is it that you can start charging people for? And let's not do this for free. And I do believe that God has given us, all of us, talents, not one like talents, more than one. And amongst those, I'm sure there's one that you can turn into a business. So be encouraged, be inspired, and be convicted to get up and start doing. And I think we also need to move away from the mentality of being employed. I'm not saying that stop looking for a job. I'm not saying that do not want to be employed, because I know not all of us will be business people. Some people will be employees. So don't wait for the opportunity to be employed. Start doing something. If you can start braiding hair, that's what you need to do. Oh, by the way, just a little side note, I used to braid henans vleeg during my high school years, and then I would charge 20 rand per head, and that's one of the ways that I made sure that there was bread in the table for my own family. And so yeah, guys, masebenzeni, and let's really make names for ourselves, and let's get up our bounds and start making income. Yeah, that's it for me. I hope you've been encouraged, you've been convicted, you've been inspired, and you've been motivated. And if you've been looking for a sign, because I know a lot of people would say this, that I'm just waiting for a sign from God to say, where should I go? Or should I go ahead and implement this idea that I have? This is it. I'm the sign. So receive it. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye. I'll see you in the next video.